You know what's strange about New Year's night? It's loud, really loud. Fireworks, music, people counting down like something magical is about to happen. And then it's over. The noise stops, the messages slow down, and suddenly it's just you, in the same room with the same thoughts. No transformation, no cinematic reset, just quiet. And nobody really talks about that part. Everyone tells you this is the moment to feel hopeful, grateful, motivated. But what if all you feel is tired? Not sad, not broken, just quiet. If that's you, this video isn't here to fix you. It's just here to sit with you for a minute. Quick disclaimer before we go any further. This is not a motivational video. There will be no life hacks, no promises that this year will be different. If you're looking for fireworks, they already happened outside. This is just a quiet conversation for people who stayed up a little longer than they planned. Also, just to be clear, nothing in this video will fix your life. I checked. It doesn't work like that. At best, it might make you feel a bit less strange for feeling exactly how you feel right now. So, if you're tired, distracted, or not sure what you're supposed to feel tonight, you're in the right place. Let's continue. Every year, we pretend there's a reset button. Midnight hits, someone counts down from 10, and we all silently agree that something is supposed to change. Not gradually, not over time, instantly, like life is an app that just updated itself. New year, new energy, new discipline, new version of you. Sounds great. Almost suspiciously great. We don't really believe in the reset. We want to believe in it because it's comforting to think that time itself might do the hard work for us, that the calendar will handle things we didn't have the energy to face all year. But time doesn't reboot people. It just keeps moving, quietly, indifferently, one ordinary minute at a time. And when nothing magically changes, we don't question the idea. We question ourselves. What's wrong with me? Why didn't it work this time? Why don't I feel different? Maybe because you weren't supposed to. Maybe nothing is broken. Maybe the myth is, there's another strange thing about this night. Hope becomes mandatory. You're supposed to feel it, show it, post it. Smiling photos, long captions, big words about fresh starts, and endless possibilities. Even if you don't feel any of that, the performance still goes on. Because silence feels awkward when everyone else is celebrating. Hope turns into a dress code. You don't have to be happy. You just have to look like you are. And nobody really asks what happens after the photo is posted. After the party ends, after the noise fades. That's when the real night begins. And here's the quiet part nobody likes to say out loud. Not feeling hopeful on New Year's Eve doesn't make you negative. It makes you honest. Hope isn't louder just because everyone is shouting. Sometimes it's barely there at all. And that doesn't mean it failed. And then comes the morning after. No countdown, no music, no collective excitement. Just light through the window. A quiet room, and your phone face down on the table. January 1st doesn't feel like a beginning. It feels like continuation. Same space, same thoughts, same unfinished conversations in your head. The world doesn't pause to celebrate with you. The streets are quieter. The internet slows down. Everyone seems to be recovering from the idea that something big was supposed to happen, but nothing did. And somehow that feels heavier than the noise did. This is usually the moment when people start asking the wrong questions. What now? Why don't I feel refreshed? Why am I already tired? But maybe that morning isn't asking you to change. Maybe it's just asking you to notice where you actually are. Let me pause here for a second. If you're still watching this, not because it's loud, not because it's fast, but because it feels familiar, then you're probably exactly the kind of person this channel is made for. You don't have to agree with everything here. You don't even have to like it. Just don't watch it alone. If you feel like it, leave a comment or stay around for the next one. That's it. Let's keep going. This is always the part where people say, smash the like button. I'm not doing that. If this moment landed, you'll know. If it didn't, that's fine too. There's a reason this quiet feels uncomfortable, because silence isn't empty. It's just honest. All year long, something is always playing in the background. News, music, notifications, other people talking about what you should want next. Noise gives you cover. Silence doesn't. When things finally slow down, there's nowhere left to hide from the thoughts you kept postponing with later. That's why nights like this feel heavier than they should. Not because something bad happened, but because nothing is happening at all. No schedule, no role, no version of yourself you're expected to perform. Just time, sitting there, waiting. And time doesn't ask politely. So if this quiet feels awkward or tense or unfamiliar, that doesn't mean something is wrong. It means the distractions finally stepped aside, and now it's just you. I'll admit something. Every year, I expect this night to feel different. Not dramatically, just clearer. Like I'll wake up knowing what matters and what doesn't. It never happens. Most years, it looks the same. I'm sitting somewhere quiet, phone nearby, lights still on even though it's late, scrolling, stopping, thinking about things I didn't plan to think about tonight. And for a while, that used to bother me. The architect actually asked me to soften this part. I didn't. Now it just feels familiar. Not disappointing, not inspiring, just real. And maybe that's all this night was ever meant to be. Here's the quiet truth about nights like this. They're not supposed to change you. They're not checkpoints, not milestones, not moments of transformation. They're just pauses, and pauses don't exist to fix anything. They exist to let things catch up. We expect meaning to arrive fully formed, a sentence, a plan, a clear direction. But meaning usually shows up unfinished, as a thought you don't know what to do with yet, as a feeling you can't name, as a question you're not ready to answer. And that's not failure. That's process. So if this night feels empty instead of inspiring, maybe it's not empty at all. Maybe it's just quiet enough for you to notice what's still unresolved. And unresolved doesn't mean broken. It just means unfinished. There's no resolution waiting at the end of this night. No final answer. No clean conclusion. Just you, somewhere after midnight, realizing that nothing needs to be decided right now. Not tonight. If this year didn't start with clarity, you didn't miss anything. If you don't feel renewed, focused, or inspired, you're not late. The world will get loud again soon. Very soon. So if this moment feels small, quiet, unfinished, that doesn't make it meaningless. It just means you caught the pause before everything starts talking again. This is just the quietest night of the year. If this video kept you company for a few minutes, that's enough for me. But if you want to stay, subscribe. Not for motivation, not for answers, just for conversations like this, when the noise finally stops.